So we've already done the herblore video where we've gone over herblore as a skill, how it makes money, how to look at it, and how you can make money throughout. It's gone down really well. So in this episode, we're actually going to do the next skill I think is very worthwhile looking at. It's actually only going to be 5 skills total. The rest I think are a bit hit and miss on whether they're actually going to make you money in a worthwhile doing on a bonus XP weekend. So the next one we're going to start on, and probably no surprise, is construction. So beforehand, construction was just making planks for profit, whereas now there's a bit more dimension and flesh to it as well. Now, I'm not going to go into the mass details of Forinthry because we've done that video on the channel before. I'll make sure to link it and all the stuff behind as well. But what we're going to do is just have a quick look through prices, see what's worth doing, see what's not worth doing, and then pretty much go from there. Now, what I'm going to be doing as well for Forinthry, there are going to be some things we're going to skip because there are some tiers I don't actually think are worth it. Now, you can do Forinthry from level 1 construction, and from my experience, you roughly get to about level 40 once you've finished setting up your entire fort. So really, we're going to be looking at maple frames upwards, and I'm pretty much going to be going for maple, acacia, mahogany, yew, magic, and elders. Now, don't get me wrong, the tiers below that can still make money. In fact, the level 1 wooden frame is actually pretty good. Very niche on selling and very hard to sell at times, but it is very good. However, I wouldn't really think an account would use them rather than just upgrading a fort. That'd be the only reason I would buy one, especially at level 1 construction. I do the quest and get all the XP post-quest from upgrading the fort. So one thing to point out as well, which I don't think is as well known, is that with a portable sawmill, you can now make all the brand new planks in the game. Not only that as well, the plank box will also hold all these planks, and there is a fantastic item to have as well when making the planks on the workbench in Forinthry. You can store the planks here when making refined planks, and it just means you can do a whole invert of refined planks rather than just make the traditional 9. I'm going to do a video going over this as well because it's still an item which is very good and very beneficial to an account, especially if you're looking to do long-term construction, and especially if you're looking to make money at Forinthry as well. So anyway, while still using the portable sawmill, you will still need to pay a little bit of GP for turning it into a plank, just so it doesn't fully eliminate the whole sawmill process and getting some GP out of the game, which is still quite a good move to be fair. It does go in incremental amounts as it did for the previous 4 tiers, so for something like an elder log you will be spending a little bit, but we'll go through that when we get to the fort and all the other stuff. So that's the first sort of money making method you can have, is that a log, in this case let's start with a maple, you can make profit from turning the log into the plank, and you can make money from turning the plank into refined planks, and then you can make money turning the refined planks into frames. Now sometimes it's better just to do one process than the whole process, and sometimes it's better to buy planks rather than turn them from the logs into the planks as well, due to time save and where you're going to make the most profit. What I'm going to go and do, I'm going to go and buy the whole stage of maple. So this can be a problem you can get with the Grand Exchange sometimes, especially with the lower tiers of Forinthry stuff. Stuff will not buy for a price because it's just not in the Grand Exchange. The Acadia ones, I imagine we will get those, so the logs, and it always seems to be the refined planks as well, because people don't really sell them. Again, Acadia planks are going to be the same. No one really sells them. And then finally, we will get the Acadia frame. Right, so the important thing to remember is as well, you're going to need 12 planks to make the final result. So in terms of the maple plank, depending on the, to be fair, for the plank price, I wouldn't even make the logs into planks because it's going to be a bit of a time delay, and you're probably better off making the planks into the fine planks and then into the frames. For a maple plank, to turn that into a frame, you're going to need 12 logs. So for under 10k, you're going to make 50k profit at level 50 construction. And people will buy this because it'll be linked into certain methods to build up parts of the fort, and it will also be a AFK construction method as well, and decent XP. Acadias, you can look at turning those into planks because they'll make you a little bit, but again, 12 of these, 33k or 36k, and you're going to make 64k for a frame. You're better off just buying the planks and then turning it in there. The next one, mahogany. Mahogany is a little bit expensive on the plank front, but it depends on the price for the frame. The refined planks I imagine won't buy because they just generally don't buy at all, but they also don't sell. So even though like there's no volume in there, you will not sell them for the price you think you can. Right, okay, 9k for those, and then mahogany frames. That's weird that they're buying, but again, this is going to be even weirder. So that is 54k, but you could just buy that for 9.5k each. So let's say 30k for all your refined planks, and you turn that into 24k, easy. And again, like you could be doing this AFK before the bonus XP live and getting some construction gains while also either stocking up for yourself or getting ready to sell for a major profit. You planks are always cheap. Oh, they were cheap anyway. Wow, just under 4k for that. Let's have a look at the log price. U-log shouldn't be, that's a pretty good price for a U-log. That's probably the best price it's been in a while. But still, That is one I'd turn into planks, because look at the profit there. You don't need any skill levels or requirements, as far as I'm aware, to turn them into planks on a sawmill, and you're going to be making, let's say, 600 GP for the log. You're going to be making the best part of 3k per plank you make. That's actually really good. Let's see if the refined plank will buy. Oh yes, it does. 25k. That won't be worth it, because the U plank will be a price of... That won't be worth it, because the U frame will probably be like 60k. So for me, between those two, I'd do the first 3 processes. If you're very low on money as well, you can turn 500k into just under 4 mil very, very quickly. That is a really good starter moneymaker. And for the price of 16k, you're going to turn it into 25k. I actually think the U logs into the U planks might actually be the best moneymaker there, which is quite surprising. You don't normally see stuff like that. And then we're going to go on to magic. So price of a magic log, still cheap. Yeah, 826. A magic plank, price at this price. Wow. So yeah, the U, for whatever reason, then the U plank is really, really inflated, because the magic is pretty relative to the log price. It's more, but it's not overly more. I think once you put in the money it's going to cost to turn it from a log into a plank, you're going to pretty much lose the profit there. Oh wow, don't think they'd buy. Magic frame. Right, so magic log. I wouldn't do this. Easiest option there. Buy the refined planks, 15k each, turn them into 70k. 45k total to make the plank. Sell them for 70k, there's 25k profit per frame. Pretty good there. Elder's going to be a fun one. So let's look at the price of elder logs. That is going to be very expensive nowadays, every elder logs. Elder plank is going to be, wow, 16.4k. Find elder plank. I'll be surprised. 80k. Weird. The elder's almost not worth it. So you're going to need 4 planks to make a frame. So you're going to be in pretty much 72k there, which means you're only going to make 8k profit per refined plank, and then refined planks done elder frame, you're going to make 9k profit. Not worth it at current prices, but I imagine this is slowly crept up today. I checked the price earlier on and it was 240 flat, so it's already starting to move upwards. 10k increase there. Me personally, then this is why I always say, I did it same in the herbal video, check your margins, because you'll be able to understand where the money is. Just because it's not where you think it is, and the final thing doesn't mean there's not money there. There will always be money there. So here, for the elder ones, I'd probably skip. For magic, I'd do refined planks, because that's where you're going to make the most money. For U logs, I'd actually make the planks from the logs itself. That is a fantastic, early level, brand new account moneymaker. Mahoganies, refined planks into frames. The Acadias, I didn't find a refined plank price, but that'd probably be one from planks to either refined frames or refined frame. Well, I couldn't even buy refined planks. So it'd either be from plank to refined plank, or plank all the way through to frames. And then finally, it will, the maple, the same, maple all the way through. But for early level money making methods, the maple planks to the frame, the Acadia plank to the frame, or making U planks were 3 fantastic low level, low requirement money makers. So the final thing I'm going to quickly go and do as well, I'm just going to make sure I've got a hold of one. I just want to show you guys that this is actually an option. Oh, this will be expensive now. Okay. Who would have thought they'd bring this item back to life? A portable sawmill never really had a use after they sort of changed construction. No one really used one. And now, because they can do the newer ones, they're pretty expensive again. And also as well, check the price of portables and check how many portables you got in your bank. Because if you're like me and you just throw the items in your bank, you could be sitting on a pretty amount of money just by ignoring it. Right, so an Acadia log is 450 GP, which is more expensive than I thought it was. That might explain the U log's price. 1800 GP for a U plank. What? A magic log is 1350, so that's actually going to lose your money making magic planks, which is crazy. So what is an elder log? Wow, 4.5k per plank. So generally then, magic and elders aren't worth turning into planks. You will still make your money, and you will still be a very good early stage money making method, but the methods we've gone through are still probably the best ones which you could do anyway. But yeah, that is my construction video going through everything. I'm going to link the stuff where I go into more detail about it as well. I've just generally gone over the prices and what I would currently do at this current time. But I've got way more in detail guides on why you do things a certain way, what things would benefit you more, and why I do it in a certain way as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed all the bonus XP money making videos. Still got a couple more skills. We're only going to go over 5, but I hope you will enjoy all of them as well. Any suggestions or anything you want to see for bonus XP weekend, please make sure to drop it in the comments, and I'll do my best to get it done for you guys as well. But we've got until the 10th of November for the start of bonus XP weekend. Hope you guys are prepared for that and all the videos to come as well. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.